Hi there, welcome back. Today, we are heading to the shores of Lake Michigan to take a massive, deep dive into one of the most uniquely balanced, highly competitive universities in the world. We are heading 45 minutes north of Chicago to Evanston, Illinois, to talk about Northwestern University. Northwestern occupies a very rare space in higher education. With about 8,000 undergraduates, it hits the absolute sweet spot. It offers the breathtaking architecture and rigorous prestige of an Ivy League school, the fierce sports culture of the Big Ten, and the intense pre-professional focus of a school like UPenn or Cornell. But is the famous Goldilocks environment actually perfect? What happens when a university's motto essentially demands that you double major and outwork everyone around you? And with a regular decision acceptance rate sitting at a brutal 7%, how do you actually get past the gatekeepers? Today, we are breaking down the pros, the cons, the campus culture, and the ultimate application strategy. And stick around until the end, because I am going to show you a live demo of a game-changing AI platform that will give you an unfair advantage in the admissions process. Let's get into it. The pros, the Goldilocks zone. Let's start with why Northwestern is an absolute dream school for so many high achievers. The perfect balance. Northwestern is constantly referred to as the Goldilocks school. It is academically rigorous, but not soul-crushingly cutthroat. Geographically, it is located on a scenic, safe, semi-remote campus in Evanston. Yet you are just a 45-minute train ride away from the world-class internships, food, and culture of downtown Chicago. It is the best of both worlds. The 6 colleges and the "and" culture. The university is divided into 6 top-ranked undergraduate colleges: arts and sciences, engineering, theater, music, journalism, and education. But unlike other elite schools that lock you into one track, Northwestern makes it uniquely easy to sample courses across all of them. You can study mechanical engineering and perform in a main-stage theater production. The private beach. Yes, you heard that right. Located right on the shores of Lake Michigan, Northwestern is one of the only elite colleges in America with its own private beach. In the spring and summer, the campus comes alive with students sailing, studying on the sand, and hanging out by the water. Abundant undergraduate research. At massive public universities, you often have to fight tooth and nail with graduate students for a tiny spot in a lab. At Northwestern, the endowment is massive, and they actively want undergrads doing the work. They make it incredibly easy for freshmen and sophomores to secure funding, grants, and research opportunities right out of the gate. And style. The cons. Winter is coming. But living in this high-achieving lakeside paradise has its drawbacks. Here is the reality check. The pervasive hustle culture. Remember how I said you can study engineering and theater? The school's unofficial motto is, "and is in our DNA." While that sounds great on a brochure, the reality is a pervasive hustle culture. Students constantly feel like they are never doing enough. If you only have one major and one club, you feel behind. It leads to high stress levels and rampant burnout as students constantly try to outschedule and outdo one another. Brutal weather. Let's talk about Chicago winters. They are freezing. The wind coming off Lake Michigan cuts right through your jacket, and the gray skies last a long time. Fun fact, George R.R. Martin went to Northwestern, and his experience walking across this freezing, wind-whipped campus is what inspired the famous Game of Thrones phrase, "Winter is coming." A divisive social scene, Greek life at Northwestern has historically been a massive part of the social scene. However, following intense controversies and protests in 2020 and 2021 regarding racism and sexism, the Greek system underwent a major reckoning. While fraternities and sororities still exist, it remains a very tender, heavily debated, and divisive issue among the student body today. How to get in. The admissions math. All right, you're ready to brave the winters and the hustle culture. How do you actually get accepted? The early decision advantage. This is where you have to play the game strategically. If Northwestern is your absolute top choice, you must apply early decision. The regular decision acceptance rate hovers around a highly restrictive 7%. But if you apply ED, that acceptance rate jumps significantly, landing much closer to 20%. Applying early statistically bumps your chances in a massive way. Submit your test scores. Like many schools, Northwestern's website will tell you they are test optional. Do not fall for it. The data shows that roughly 80% of admitted students still submit their SAT or ACT scores. To be competitive in that pool, you need to be aiming for the absolute top tier, around a 1530 on the SAT or a 34 on the ACT. Like the ultimate admissions hack, myFly. Knowing that Northwestern expects a 1530 SAT, a rigorous "and" mentality, and a flawlessly timed early decision application is one thing. Actually executing that strategy is another. For parents, the college admissions process has become a second full-time job. It's stressful, it's opaque, and, let's be honest, it's wildly expensive. To get a competitive edge, some families are paying private counselors anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. It's an unfair playing field. But what if you could have that same elite level of expertise, a whole team of experts available 24/7 at a fraction of the cost? Welcome to Fly. We aren't just another college counseling app. We are an AI-powered ecosystem designed to replace the stress of the unknown with a clear, calm, and unmatchable winning strategy. The biggest problem with most AI tools is that they feel cold and robotic. That's why at the heart of Fly is Sarah. Sarah is our one-on-one AI voice advisor. She isn't just another AI. She is the collective brilliance of thousands of admissions officers distilled into one relentless, always-on advisor. Trained on tens of thousands of successful and rejected application files, millions of data points from institutional common data sets, and the hard-earned wisdom of elite admissions veterans who've spent decades behind the desks at Harvard, Stanford, MIT, and beyond. Sarah sees what human counselors miss. She doesn't sleep. She doesn't forget. And she was built for one purpose: to give your child an unfair advantage. Students, imagine you're stuck on your Northwestern YS essay at 11 p.m. at night. You can open Fly and talk to Sarah. She'll brainstorm ideas with you, help you structure your draft, and even humanize your essay to ensure your voice stays authentically yours. She will review your essay line by line before you make your final submission. Parents, Sarah is the one making sure your teen stays on track. She uses our profile builder to take transcripts and resumes and instantly turn them into a comprehensive 4-year roadmap. No more manual data entry. When you join Fly, you're hiring an entire team. Our college matcher uses a smart algorithm to build a balanced list of reach, target, and likely schools where you will actually thrive. The acceptance simulator is where the magic happens. You can run what-if scenarios. Sarah, what happens to my chances at Northwestern if I raise my ACT to a 34? Or, what if I lead a community service project in climate sustainability? Our capstone lab helps students develop exactly those kinds of passion projects, managing every task from start to finish, so you have the "and" factor Northwestern demands. And because we know that 80% test submission reality is a major hurdle, we've built in dedicated AI tutors. If you're struggling with geometry, John, our SAT and ACT tutor, will pivot the lesson in real time with one-on-one voice coaching until you've mastered it. Before you hit submit, Sarah conducts a full 360-degree review of your Common App. She dissects every element with the rigor of a real admissions officer. She flags missing activities, reorders them for maximum impact, and spots gaps in your honors you didn't know existed. We also know parents' biggest fears: how will we pay for it? Fly includes a scholarship and financial aid suite that matches your child to specific scholarships, provides FAFSA and CSS checklists, and includes an appeal letter generator. You get a parent dashboard to monitor progress without nagging, and a career fit explorer to ensure the major justifies the tuition. For those aiming for the absolute pinnacle, Fly Premium members don't just dream about their future, they live it. Premium members get 2 hours per month of direct time with our CEO and founder. Through exclusive capstone projects embedded within our global tech sister companies, your child builds a real-world portfolio that admissions officers cannot ignore. Our premium students earn research internships with distinguished partner institutions and walk away with letters of recommendation from industry leaders and academics. We pair them with expert mentors who guide them from concept to completion. To show you exactly how powerful this is, let's look at a live consultation. Let's say you are targeting a hyper-competitive, top-tier research university. I uploaded a Common App PDF draft directly to Sarah, who in this scenario is acting as our specialized Northwestern admission officer AI agent, specifically calibrated to evaluate a candidate aiming for a rigorous pre-med or STEM track for the class of 2030.
Hey Ivanka, I've reviewed your Common App draft. Your unweighted GPA of 3.99 and your 1540 SAT put you solidly in the academic strike zone for Duke. However, your activities section looks weak, needs strategic realignment. You currently have your debate club listed as Activity 1, but for a biomedical engineering track, your summer research assistantship at the local clinic needs to be moved to the top. Furthermore, your personal statement lacks a clear trigger moment. Let's rewrite the opening paragraph to focus specifically on the moment you successfully calibrated the biometric sensor during your capstone project, grounding your narrative in tangible scientific impact.
That is the kind of line-by-line, ruthless, strategic feedback that turns a rejection into an acceptance. College admissions shouldn't be a test of how much money you can spend on consultants. It should be a celebration of everything a student has worked for. Fly levels the playing field. From the first high school resume to the final acceptance letter, Fly is there. Sarah is there. Don't just apply to college. Fly to it. Head over to myfly.live today and start building your winning strategy.